polar bear, or an entire pack of them.
All right, who's ready for story time?
Chloe asks, starting to clear our plates.
Me!
Eli shouts, his face lighting up bright.
Okay then, go wash your hands and get ready. I'll be in a minute.
With a grin practically half the size of his face, Eli disappears into the other room. When we first moved into the weather station, it was all so rushed and chaotic. Our main focus was making sure we had enough canned food and warm clothing. Toys, games, and books for Eli were the last things on our mind. Thankfully, we discovered the previous inhabitants were voracious readers. They'd left behind a giant library, everything from Charles Dickens to Philip K. Dick, though not exactly young children's literature. Still, Chloe and I have been reading selections to Eli every single day since. Most of the stuff is way over his head, but he loves it.
Anything new in the world we left behind?
Chloe asks me, rinsing our plates. She sees I've started skimming the New York Times homepage on my laptop. More than half the lead headlines are about the ongoing animal crisis, which shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, it's only getting worse. I summarize some stories. Let's see, researchers in Cameroon were testing a promising animal pheromone repellent spray when they were mauled by a horde of rhinos. President Hardinson just signed a controversial executive order to set controlled fires in federal parks to destroy thousands of acres of breeding grounds. And the Kremlin's denying it, but apparently a school of blue whales just sunk a Russian nuclear submarine and—
Enough!
Chloe snaps. She sighs deeply. She runs her hands through her auburn hair. I feel bad for adding to her stress, but she asked. My laptop pings with a notification, a new email. But not just any message. This has been sent via a classified U.S. government server. Its subject line reads, "Urgent request." I immediately slam my laptop shut.
Now don't be ridiculous,
Chloe says. She's read the screen over my shoulder.
Open it, Oz. It must be important.
As far as I'm concerned, I say, there are only two things in this crazy world that are important, and they're both inside this weather station with me. I'm done helping the feds, thank you very much. Remember what happened the last time? How royally they screwed everything up with their so-called solutions? The idiotic bombing raids? The bungled electricity ban? Chloe puts her hands on her hips. Of course she remembers. We lived through every minute of that nightmare together. But then, she snatches my computer away.
Fine. If you're not going to read it, I will.
She opens the laptop and clicks on the message. She begins to skim it, and I can see her eyes grow wide. Whatever she's reading is big. Very big. Let me guess. The Pentagon wants me to come back and try to help solve this thing again. But what's the point? They're not going to listen to me. Chloe spins the screen around and shows me the email. I read it myself. It was sent by a Dr. Evan Freitas, Undersecretary for Science and Energy at the DOE. He explains that the powers that be in Washington have finally acknowledged that the animal crisis must be dealt with scientifically, not militarily. The Department of Energy is now overseeing America's response, not the Department of Defense. Dr. Freitas is spearheading the new response team personally, and he desperately wants me, Jackson Oz, renowned human-animal conflict expert, to return to the United States and join it.
This is our chance,
Chloe says, grabbing my shoulders.
To get out of this icy hell. To actually stop this thing this time. It's what we've been waiting for.
I can see tears forming in the corners of my wife's big brown eyes. It's obvious how much this means to her. I'm still skeptical, but I know I can't refuse. You're right, I finally reply. It is what we've been waiting for. It's hope.